Hi, Selena. Hi, Selena. How are you? Oops. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just in my car this time, so it's a little bit different. We're having a Cadillac call today. Woohoo! Hi, Carissa. And Chris.
Hi there.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. I'm rocking my new Panorama mascara and loving my life these days. Oh, you
Cool.
too? Awesome. And that new lip balm, oh, it's the bomb. It's so good. So you guys will love it. Oh, she's putting it on. Look at Chris getting all freshened up. So we will start right at 5:30, but according to my clock here, it's 5:29. I'm going to take you off. Hopefully I won't lose you. Yeah, right. So it might just be the three of us because I just see three, but I'm going to get started because I just want to honor your time. So how's everybody doing?
Great.
Great. That wasn't very enthusiastic. Let's try that again.
I'm sorry. It's been a very rough day. My husband was
Oh,
in the hospital all day, so.
Oh no. Well, I'm glad you decided to join us and maybe have a little break from all the thoughts.
Exactly.
Awesome. Good
but
choice.
We're still good.
Good. Awesome. All right. So I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about team building. And I put some notes together this morning on my deck. And then when I was thinking, I need to do a little stroll down memory lane. So I'm actually right now, I wonder if I can show you this, on a grid road on the way to the farm land that I grew up at. Every once in a while I go out there and I just be for a while because it reminds me where I came from, and there's so many great things about that, but it also reminds me how far I've come. And I think that that's important for us to do sometimes, is just remember where we came from and just how far we've come. So tonight's call is going to, I've got like three kind of parts that I'm going to do. And we do need some interaction with this. So if you guys want to unmute I mean, if you've got lots of background noise, okay, and you feel like you need to mute, that's okay. But if you want to unmute, then I would love to get some participation from you. So I've got 3 parts to this tonight. I'm going to talk about what's in it for you, what's in it for them, and then talking about creating a new normal. So when it comes to team building, generally, and if any of you were you guys at? And I talked about this when we were at our Coast to Coast in Regina. Yep. And so some of you may have heard this already. Oh, it's got more people, Sheena and Frida and Desiree. Oh, look at all our friends joining us, and Christy for the first time. That's awesome. So at Coast to Coast in Regina, I talked about this a little bit. And it was a good reminder, because I think sometimes we get too caught up in the thoughts when it comes to team building, and we put way too much on our plate and not enough on other people. So as far as team building goes, whose choice is it to join Mary Kay? Theirs, right. What is your responsibility as a beauty consultant in Mary Kay?
To give the name and number to the director.
Give a name and number to the director, or just to give people options. That's how I like to look at it. I'm giving people options, because whether they decide to join Mary Kay or not is not my choice, but I am making a choice for them if I don't give them the information, right? And I'm not here to control anybody, and I'm not here to make decisions for people, but sometimes by not giving information, you're doing just what you're trying not to do, right? So that's just a little food for thought, because when someone said that to me, I think it was fairly new in my business, and I was doing really good in the sales department, like lots of sales all the time, no problem. But I wasn't team building, and someone said to me, well, it's kind of selfish because you've just taken away a choice and you're deciding for them what's good for them. And I was like, ugh. And when they said it to me like that, it sort of kicked me in the butt a little. And it actually was a point of no return as far as team building in my career. So let's talk about what's in it for you. When you start building your team, tell me some things that are a good thing for you.
Move up the career path.
Move up the career path. Great. What else?
More money.
More money. That's what I like that part. What else?
Sorry, what was the question? I was writing down the last note.
When you start building your team, what's in it for you? How does it benefit you?
Prizes.
Prizes. Oh yeah, prize pig after. That's a girl after my heart right there. Mm-hmm. What else?
I like pride, like proud of them.
Yeah.
Like pride.
Pride, yeah. One of my favorite parts of it all is that I get to create a sisterhood. I get to create a team. And more I see people just want to belong to something good, right? They just want to belong to something that they can believe in and they can get behind, and it represents part of them. And I mean, I do not even have to really make much of a point here. When we look at Mary Kay, the person, Mary Kay, the company, and Mary Kay, the career, we can get behind that every day of the week. And so that's a really cool thing to offer other people. Now, what's in it for them? If you have a new person that joins your team, how does it benefit her?
Same things.
Same things. Imagine that, right? So what personally are the things that, okay, so let's just review. So they make more money, they move up the career path, they get prizes, they can belong to a sisterhood, there's a pride in building. I think one thing that I think someone sort of mentioned, but it might have got cut off, was just personal growth that comes along when you start doing those things that help build you up, all that sort of thing. So that person can get those things as well. And that's an awesome thing for sure. And it's definitely not something that we want to hold back from them. So of all the things in Mary Kay, now I'm like, when you think of your business as Mary Kay. So if, say, tomorrow we got an email, kind of like the one we got yesterday when they said seminars canceled, it was kind of disappointing. Hey, I mean, we knew it was coming, but it was just like, oh, the official word. But I'm really super excited to see how many people we can get to the virtual one, because I think that could be once people see what it's kind of like, I think that the registrations next year at seminar will be huge. But if you got an email tomorrow that said Mary Kay Canada is no longer, it would stab us all in the heart for sure. Now I'm going to ask each of you individually, and it's okay if it's a repeat of someone else's, but I want you to think, when I say that, tomorrow morning you wake up, there's an email that says Mary Kay Canada is no longer, what is the thing that's like, oh, you'd miss the most? Carissa. Oh, you just muted yourself. Oh.
I'm used to having it muted. The sisterhood.
Yeah. The sisterhood. Chris, what about you? What would be the thing you'd miss the most?
The chance to like talk to my customers.
So that those relationships then.
Yeah.
Okay. Selena, what about you? Selena? Oh, she's not answering. Frida, what about you?
Well, after finish crying and having a panic attack,
Yeah, after that.
I would miss all the opportunities.
The hope.
Yeah.
Desiree, what about you?
Yeah, I would feel let down at first and mad, but yeah, the hope and the constant motivation and positivity from
For
everybody.
sure. Absolutely. Sheena, what about you?
You know me, I'd be like, oh, crying too. I'd be like, because I'm a crier. If you don't know, I cry all the time over everything. And then I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, what am I going to use on myself?
Right?
Like,
The
obviously,
product.
obviously we all love Mary Kay. And I'm not going to lie, I still will go, when someone asks me about a product that obviously is not Mary Kay, something else, I'll go to Sephora and I'll be like, hey, can I get a sample of blah, 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 and like try them? And I'm just like, it resells me every single time, because when you've been in Mary Kay for a really long time, you know, I don't think I'm the only one, but maybe I am. Sometimes I'm like, is there something better? Because, you know, I mean, I know Mary Kay is amazing, but you just, you know, when you see certain things and you're like, oh, that's new. Like, I wonder what that's like. And then you try it on the back of your hand, or my sisters are famous for being like, oh, I just got this new palette in the mail. And I'm like, really? And then they tell me,
oh no, you didn't.
yeah. And I'm just like, you guys, seriously? And they're like, well, just because we don't love all of Mary Kay stuff doesn't mean we don't like some of it. And I'm like, I know, but you spent $48 on a highlighter that looks like a rose petal. Like, why? You don't even really wear makeup. You just got it because this YouTuber was like, hey, we're coming out with our collection. So
Yeah.
for me, I would be like, yes, I would cry, because I'd be like, what am I going to do now? Then I'd be like, what am I going to use on my face? And for sure, yeah, like the positive support system, like for like just all of us, like when we have problems, who do we call? Like a Mary Kay girlfriend to either kick us aside and be like, okay, you had your pity party, let's go, or to love on one another, like our pink bubble. I would totally miss that.
Miss the pink bubble for sure. Awesome. Christy, what about you?
I would be like everybody else in meltdown, and then we'd be like, we'd all have to team up and figure out which what we're gonna do. So we're all in the same sisterhood and pick a product, because I don't know if I could adjust now that I'm getting old.
No, the number maybe, but not the look. Awesome. Yeah, and I think for me too, I would panic, because I would think, how do I make money? Like, because it's my full-time job, right? It's what I feed the kids on. It's what I pay the bills with. Like, where else am I going to go and have this level of flexibility and be able to make this kind of income? Like, so all of those things I never want to withhold from someone else. right? And so team building is just that. So a lot of times people say they don't want to team build because they're scared of being pressured, and really basically you're just doing is offering the opportunity. That way, you know, you've done your job. But I think the biggest part of this, and the reason I went on this dirt road on the way to my old, where I grew up, is because in order to have real change in your life, you have to be okay with creating a new normal. I listened to a podcast this morning from my favorite pastor, and he was talking about how he hears all the time right now with this COVID-19 thing going on, that everybody's talking about can't wait for things to get back to normal. And I think that, and his point was too, that we're not going back to that normal. We will forever be changed because of what's going on. And every major point and turning point and pivoting point is probably a really good way to put it, that we have had, that you have had in your life up to this point, has required a new normal. Sometimes the change comes all of a sudden and it hits you and there's no other choice. Right? You, for example, you have a baby. There's no choice other than things have to change, right? You can't live your life the way you did even before you got pregnant. You can't live the same way when you're pregnant than before you got pregnant. You can't live like you're single when you've got a mouth to feed. When you get married, that's another pivoting point where things can change. When you convocate from maybe your university or college or your technical program that you did and you start a new job, everything has to change. You get locked down in your house for 2 months because there's a virus going on. Things got to change, right? And so things got to change if you want to become move up the path of Mary Kay. So I want to know here who normally gets, and they're normal in their business, is that they get a medal, a recruiting medal every month. Who has a norm? Who's normal is that? And I don't have a computer screen, so I got to just flick back and forth through this because I can't see you. So if you normally every month in and out get a recruiting medal, okay, that's what I kind of thought. Who normally at least builds their team, at least one new team member every single month? That's your normal. Chris does?
Maybe
Okay.
one. Maybe one.
Maybe one? Okay. So if you truly want to move up and build in Mary Kay, a new normal has to be that recruiting is something that you do. All right. And the only way to build a new normal is to start. And it's all just raising the bar. Okay. So I want to know from you guys, what in your career has been your best recruiting month ever?
3 for
Like how many, or like?
Yeah. How many
What
in a
year?
month was your best? How many in a month was your best month ever?
mine was 3.
3?
4.
Frida? Okay. 4. Desiree, what about you?
Oh, I was the 4.
4. Okay.
I had 4
4.
once.
Okay.
I had 5 once.
Okay.
I had 3 once.
Okay. Sheena?
When I was finishing DIQ, because we all know love, I procrastinated, and on the last day I needed 9 qualified.
And you did it.
And I did it.
How long
and
did,
I'm
how
like,
long does
how the hell?
how long does
Like
DIQ?
9 qualified. Like DIQ back then was so hard. Like if I
Yeah.
could be a consultant again, like I'm a director. I've been a director now for 7 years. My anniversary, is May 1st. Yay, happy anniversary to me.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, me
Thank
too.
you.
My director debut was May 1st too.
Yeah, because we have
Yeah.
the same. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's so much more simpler now, but I did it. And I often do think about that. I'm like, okay, if push comes to shove, like, why don't I do that? I mean, 9 every month is awesome, but I mean, even just gold medal. So yeah, 9 qualified in a day.
There you go.
Mine.
And
Yeah.
so that was a belief barrier breaking moment for you. Like obviously that the months you guys had your 3, your 4, your best ever, that was like, oh, look at me go. Like, I'm amazing. I didn't know I could do that. And I just did it. And so what you did is if your bar was here, you just made it go like this. Right. And so now it doesn't seem hard. I love I track my best paycheck ever, because then when you do your paycheck and you know what it is, then you can raise the bar for the next one. And so after you raise it to the next level, it doesn't seem hard to get to that point anymore. So you're wanting to raise your bar. And so when team building becomes a normal for you rather than just something cool that you do when there's a promo, things look different. My best recruiting month ever, I had 26.
What?
And yeah, is because it was a showcase. There was a showcase special on, and our team was going to have 100 new recruits. And I always believe that the speed of the leader is the speed of the gang. And I expect that I should do like at least a quarter of the work when it comes to a big goal. So I had to get 25. So I got 26. And that broke my brain a little bit, because why, if I can do 26 in 1 month, can I not consistently medal up to that point? And so when we were at leadership this year, which was fantastic, I decided that my new normal is that I get medals every month, and I put it into my affirmation that I listen to, and it's just part of it. Like a gold medal for me every month is just what I do. And so February, March, April, I've all had gold medals every month, because that's my normal. So I want you to create your new normal. So one of the things, in order to build a team, you have to tell people about the business. It kind of goes hand in hand. I think you guys all know that. And to build a team, you kind of have to be able to see faces so that you have new people to tell the business with. And actually, that's what kicked my butt. Is I wanted to, gold medals were my new normal. And I realized, this girl hasn't been doing the level of faces she needs to warrant that level of result, right? Let's be honest, numbers never lie. And I was not doing enough faces so that I would have, the 1 in 3 that I career copied signed. I wasn't even doing enough faces for that. And so I got onto the classes, and then I started doing and then it just started coming. And you guys, the result, I got to start my result that came from it, and the people that I've met, and the way our unit is growing has been awesome. It has been incredible. So I want to just challenge you to look at your normal. What is normal for you? Because sometimes, like, I want you to intentionally sit down and what is your normal? So, and you can apply this to any part of your life. If you're someone who's just more of a, just a Mary Kay secret agent like I was when I started, and you're not looking to really build, well, what's your new normal when it comes to your exercise? What's your new normal when it comes to what you eat? What's your new normal when it comes to routines? What's your new normal when it comes to building into relationships? What's your normal, and what is ideal? And then bridging that gap. This month, till the end of May, we have a fantastic deal happening. What's going on with the starter kit?
$24.
$24.
$24? You can't even go to Boston Pizza for supper for that. Well, we can't go to Boston Pizza anyway, but right? That is cheap. And you get a free website. And how much is a website normally?
$30.
Now 30.
I come from a small town, and yeah, maybe we didn't have the quality of education out there, but I'm not real good at math. I know that that's a good deal, right? And so what I have found since I've been adding to my team with this $24 starter kit is something different's happening. Is anybody else having this happen? They don't get a kit full of stuff that they can use for the next 6 months. So guess what happens?
They
have to order. They have to order their own product. And that's really cool, because what else is happening right now with our company when it comes to these, I don't know what's called, red jackets or something? When you have 3 new that are active, what happens? What do you get?
Free red jacket.
Yeah.
$100.
If you're brand new red, never been red before, you get $100. So who here wants the company to spend $110 on buying them a red jacket and getting $100 cash? That sounds like a good deal, especially when it's way easier to get them to get their order in, because they're not using up the product to come in their kit for the next 6 months. I love that our product is concentrated, but sometimes it's annoying, right? And we have the benefit this month of what?
Double credit.
Double credit, but what else is happening to my eyelashes and my lips right now?
Oh yeah, new summer products.
New summer products. So if you get all excited and do silly things, well, I think I'm silly, silly things, and try doing silly things and like showing off the mascara, showing your lips, or all that sort of stuff. People want to buy it. Guys, I have to tell you this because nobody on here has been able to see this, I don't think. Yeah, none of my people are on here. Well, Kirsten would have seen this. I did a video yesterday. I'm so funny sometimes. I'm one of those girls, you know what, I'll laugh the rest of my life because if there's nothing else to laugh at, I'll laugh at myself. But I got a really solemn look on my face and I went and did a Facebook Live for my unit and I'm like, guys, I just have to admit something. It's been eating me up inside and I really don't know what to do. I've been in love for a long time. And you know, when this love hit, it hit with like love at first touch, and it's been a great relationship and I'm just so blessed by it. But something happened. I'm falling in love again. And so I was going on and then I pulled up my lash intensity in the new Panorama and I had people messaging me, oh my God, I thought you and Chad broke up. I thought you found another guy. It was so funny. But my customers loved it. Like they want them, not even that many watched the video, and within 15 minutes I'd sold 9. And they're like, this is like, I gotta try this just because you made me laugh. Like, you know, do things like that with the new product is going to help you sell. When you sell, you have more people to talk about, hey, do you hear? The kit, our Mary Kay starter kit's only $24. So the lady that I signed up last night, she was one that I had given a facial in a bag to. And her daughter's the same age as my daughter. And so she's got her order ready to go on the 16th because she wants to get the new stuff. And she thought, well, my daughter and I are both using the product. I should do that. And then when I told her she was getting 20 catalogs in there, she said, so if I hand them out and people want to order, can I order for them? Yeah, that's how it works. And so it's not hard. It's just hard because we get this little thing in our head that makes us think it's hard. But it's really not hard. So if you were to, whoa, take that big IF out of there. So when you are one of the recipients of the brand new red jacket, do you have the one you want picked out? Yeah, oh, Desiree does. Okay, if you're saying yes or no, keep your nodding going till I can scroll through the pages. Frida, you got yours picked out?
I already have one.
You get a new one for free.
Yeah, but I've been red jacket before though.
But you still get a new red jacket because they're new styles.
Then I don't have mine picked out, no.
Okay, so when you get off this call, I want you to go and check out the new styles and you pick one, okay?
Okay.
So you just have to have
good.
3 new, and then is that what it is to get the red jacket? Because I am already red jacket, so do I get one or no?
Yeah,
you get one because they're new styles.
I'm a red jacket, and I thought the same thing as you. You don't get another new one. But then I was reading the information, and as soon as I found out you do get one, then I was like, oh, maybe I should work a little harder. And so I
right?
Oh, well, that's exciting.
Now. And then you could have 2 and you could like look really stylish, like rocking one style one night and one the next, and just being so versatile with your reds. And then, but I actually believe that red jackets should be, they should kind of fall apart so you don't get stuck in them. Like, you know, after a few months, like one sleeve should fall off. Yeah. And, you know, a couple months later, the other sleeve should fall off so that you don't want to get stuck in there because the director suits are really cool too, just saying. And then you can hang out with the big girls and have lots of fun that way. Because one of the really good perks about being a director, guys, is like Sheena and Chris and I were already wearing our new product. Like we can order like way earlier, which is honestly, that's one of the best things. Like my customers are already wearing the new product. Does that make you mad a little?
A little, yeah.
It makes me jealous.
So very jealous.
Yeah. Right? So maybe if jealousy got you into a director's suit, good. But like, yeah, my customers are wearing the product. I actually have, look at, Here's my little bag. I have 2 right here that are driving out to watch this with me and getting dropped off on the way. One for her daughter. You need to be a director so you can have this early too. And then you can make silly videos and make people think that you're breaking up with your man because you found a new one and it's really just talking about mascara. Because I would never break up with him. He's like a unicorn. He's the best guy ever. There's no one like him. So, yeah. Team building isn't tough, guys. Don't make it bigger than it is. Just think of that you're creating a new friendship circle. So look at people you want to hang out with. Look at people who, you know, if you're living the life that you want, you're going to attract people that are like you because they're going to like what you like. Think about creating this circle of friends that you get to go traveling with, that you get to do meetings with weekly. You get to talk about makeup like till the cows come home and nobody gets annoyed. Because not everybody, you know, did you ever notice your friends that aren't in Mary Kay? They're kind of like, can you not talk about the product anymore? Like, right? And then when we're at events, what do we talk about? Like everything Mary Kay. And it's, so you're creating this friendship circle where you don't have to filter your language because you can just be Mary Kay friends and you're building that. So my challenge for you ladies, it's $24 plus PST. So in Saskatchewan, it's $25.44. Who do you know? Have you ever had a consultant, like a team member who expired? Now, this is a really good time to contact them and let them know that they can get back in for $25.44 if they're a prairie girl like me. $25.44. I have, since this promotion started, I've added, I think, 10 or 11, and 6 or 7 of them were Mary Kay people before. And they are going a little bit crazy because there's been lots of changes to the product. Some of them haven't been in for a while. And they're like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that I let this go. And every time someone says something like that to me, it's just like, oh yeah, that's why I'm here, right? So I just want you to just keep in mind, there's lots in it for you. There's lots in it for them too. So you don't have to feel like you're getting all this stuff because they're coming in, because they can get it too. And you just have to create your new normal. So creating a new normal is going to mean that there's going to be many times where you're not feeling in your comfort zone, right? When you're having a baby, you are definitely not comfortable, but you get a baby at the end. So that's awesome. You know, whenever there's a stretch, there's things that are happening in your life that are causing change. It's not comfortable. So when you get that, like, oh, I gotta slow down. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling anxiety. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling that. Stop for a second and just pay attention to where that's coming from. Is that coming from fear? Is that coming from enlarging your comfort zone? Or is it truly a problem? Because most of the time it's just that we don't want to get outside our comfort zone. And then you're just going to kind of stay where you're at. And if you're just going to stay where you're at, then this girl would be going down this grid road every day still. Because I would have stayed in my small town. I would have stayed on the farm, and I would not live where I live. I would not have the children that I have. I would not have the house that I live in. I would not be the relationship that I was in and have the friends that I have. So if you can change enough to not be living with your parents because you graduated and moved away, if you can change enough to be where you're at right now, you can change enough to make team building your new normal. And when you make it your new normal, you're going to move up the career path in a big hurry, right, Carissa? And you're going to be able to have a whole new set of normal and a whole bigger life. So don't worry, Mary Kay is not going to send you an email tomorrow saying they're closing. I know that. Thank goodness. But just know that it's going to be fun. So I want you all to register for seminar. I don't know what it's going to be like, but like I was thinking, like, are we going to dress up one night? Like, am I going to put a dress on and like strut around my own house? Probably. How cool is that? I don't care. Let's do this. This is going to be cool. And we don't know the details yet, but when I did talk to someone from head office yesterday, they said it would be a minimal cost to register, which I think is really good. And who here has ever, hands up if you've been to seminar before? I'm checking. So not Frida, okay. Oh, Frida, you're the only one. Okay, so you guys know what the seminar is like. this is going to be really cool. And then imagine next year when we are at our virtual seminar this year, and we have our team members at our seminar this year, and our unit members and friends at seminar this year virtually, how it's going to blow their mind, and then they're all going to go next year.
Mhm.
Right? And then it's going to be like really big.
I want to jump in. My friend is in Epicure, and she said they did an online one, and it blew up. Like there were so many people came that didn't get to fly there normally. So I think it'll just really change our our culture.
I think it's going to be a good thing. Honestly, gals, I was talking with when I got a call from head office yesterday. Who here's in Go Give? Hands up. Anybody? Oh no, most of the people. Carissa. Okay, I got called from head office yesterday because they want me to do a teaching next week on Tuesday on Mary Kay's birthday. So I was talking with them, and they said, like, how's it going, Ange? Like, and I think they said that, I think sometimes, you know, when people call and they're like, how are you? They're like, does she have a really bad attitude, or is she doing good? Right? Because you don't want to put someone who's got stinking thinking in front of all these people. And I'm like, honestly, there's so much about the way things are going right now that I never want to have go back. I never. I am loving my business because right now there's no set kind of rules. There's no box, right? We get to think outside or think outside what we've been doing before. I knew I wanted to do more virtual, but this like kicked my butt right into gear. I've had more sales since COVID-19 hit. I've been team building like a big girl, and I've had so many good things happen. Our unit, guys, I gotta say this, my unit has now donated 365 hand creams.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Our goal was 50.
Wow.
Talk about small thinking. 2 hours later, and we were at 50. Personally, I had 52 to donate. I'm like, oh, that wasn't a big enough goal. So, like, these great big things are happening. And one of my girls, one of my adoptees, she donated hand creams. And on Saturday, she called me with squealing in her voice because one of the nursing homes she donated at placed a $950 order for satin hand sets and hand creams.
Wow. Oh.
What? I was doing this because I just wanted people to have soft hands and feel appreciated. She made $450 profit. She made $950 sale and double up.
Wow.
Serious? Right? So all those really, really, really good things that are happening in COVID is what I choose to focus on, because it's never going to be the same. And it's all going to be awesome. Well, no, it's not. Everything is not. Okay, let's step back. Nothing's always awesome all the time, but this is going to shift our thinking enough so that our new normal that we're creating is going to be amazing. So that's my message for you today. Go out there and do it, girls. Build your team. Build yourself a team of friends that you get to hang out with and do life with. Build yourself a new normal so that you can be where you want to be. And just know that the directors that have put this call together believe in you and all you're doing 100%. And you've got a tribe behind you. So just go out there, enlarge that comfort zone. It's going to be uncomfortable, but it's going to be worth it. Just like losing weight, you have to get sweaty and feel uncomfortable not eating chocolate every day. But it's worth it in the end, I think, not eating chocolate. Anyways, we won't go there. All right. So you guys have an awesome week, and just go out there and crush it. And when you're adding new team members, I want to know. So please, like, private message me and tell me. And then that makes me feel happy. And like things that I say have helped you in some way.
I got a new one yesterday.
Woo-hoo!
Lisa.
Good job. All right, ladies, have an awesome night and take care.
Thanks, Angie.
Angie.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.